All right.
So I feel like Casey's going to come out of that thing.
Yeah,
like, is that the Undertaker?
He's playing Limp Bizkit.
The Honorable Judge Casey.
I like it better. I liked it better with the Limp Bizkit playing. What's up, Casey?
Oh my gosh.
Get up! Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, we gotta
yeah.
get up.
All right.
Sorry.
Ah, damn.
Thank you.
Can you make a sit
Hey,
down?
can we request that we don't have to get up anymore? Because I keep smoking my head on the lights, man. Like, with all due respect.
Sorry about it.
All right, what we got today?
A lot of stuff. First off, can we hear me?
Yeah, I think you
Well, I
hear
can.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I got the thumbs up from Justice Hamby, so we're in good shape.
Yep.
I also had forensics, by the way.
But hang on, can the stream hear him? Yeah, Brent, I would move it closer so the stream can hear him.
I'm going to angle it a little bit.
Yeah, Casey, you might have to get a little closer just so the stream can hear you. Like we can hear. I'm sorry, I'm trying to help the show.
No, I think Hamby can see that on his levels.
This
Okay.
isn't a good start for you guys. I'm not going to lie. You're standing up.
I
when
just
you're not
pointed
supposed
the
to stand
microphone
up. You
more-
don't stand up
I have
when
a
you're supposed to
concussion.
stand.
More microphone directional there.
I also had forensic science. It's similar to what you were just explaining.
Yeah.
Best class ever.
Isn't it?
Best class.
So much fun.
You just
also-
make sure you yell, Judge.
All right, damn. This is not starting well for you.
Oh man.
Anyway, all right.
Heard that loud and clear.
Good. We got 4 topics. Most have to do with sports. One does not.
Yep.
We'll get to that when we get to that. Whoever wants to start can start. Actually, won yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Brent, you'll start.
I've been winning.
Not make it, take it.
You can take either side of this argument, whichever you choose. But the topic is this. Outside of Travis Hunter, will 2 rookies start for the Jacksonville Jaguars to open the season?
To open the season, will 2 rookies start? All right, ready?
Yeah, go. You
Uh,
don't have to say ready. This is court. You
Ready.
go when I tell you to go.
2, 1.
That's why that was born. I forgot.
Yeah, I remember that.
I do. All right, so Jags don't have a second-round pick. We go to Ransaw, Milam, Tootin are the primary possibilities here for the Jaguars to have starters in their draft outside of Travis Hunter. And I would suspect in game 1 that will not be the case. I think the Jags' offensive line is all set. I think a lot of people like Milam to contribute. I don't think he's beating any of those guys out early on, at the very least. Maybe he gets a chance due to injury down the road, is able to hold that spot, but I don't predict he will be doing that in the early going. I think Tootin is used and will be a valuable piece, and he will kind of like last year we say with Bucky Irving, right? Gradually maybe get more time depending on health and how those other guys do in ETN and Bigsby, but not right away. It's ETN and Bigsby's job to lose in the opener. And Ransaw, I think he's got a lot of traffic to get through. They also had a free agent signing to come in. I think they will be primarily special teams before he will start at the safety position. So I would say no, the Jaguars will not have a starter outside of Travis Hunter in game 1.
Your rebuttal.
I think if the Jaguars don't have a starter outside of Travis Hunter in game 1, then what are we talking about for this organization, for this regime, for James Gladstone? You won 1, 2, 3, 4 games last year. And you mean to tell me through this draft, we're supposed to say, yeah, we'll see with this draft, James Gladstone comes from the Rams, that you don't have any other talent that you drafted to be a starter on a 4-win team from last year? Like, well, let's look at the list real quick. You got Caleb Ransaw. Okay, guy's going to be playing out of position a little bit, played corner in college. Now he's a safety. I hope at least with his speed, per se, that they can somehow ingrain him in some packages. So maybe he's not like your starter, bona fide starter, but maybe a nickel, you bring him in. Wyatt Millam, do we have supreme confidence in this offensive line from last year? Because I don't. So if that's the case, then Millam better at least be competing for a starting spot. And then with Tootin, let's be honest right now, Tank Bigsby isn't going to be the starter, okay? He's going to be your third down, well, you're kind of like your goal line back. So it's between Travis Etienne and Tootin. Who's to say Tootin doesn't come out right away and press like Bucky Irvin did, and Liam Cohen goes, you know what, Tootin? You're getting all the reps here. You're the starter. There will be more than one starter in Travis Hunter. There better be.
So, Hamby, I trust you to make the correct decision here. I do just want to point out this imbecile in the gray shirt. While the other guy was making his argument, he was agreeing with him. I don't know if you caught that.
I did. There was a couple head nods there.
Also was saying the offensive line wasn't good last year, and Brent's like, I just want to take it in that he may have been agreeing with the other argument,
But it doesn't mean that it's going to start.
Did I ask you to speak? Justice Hamby, what do you got?
I think there was a chance that I'm not sure the agreeing defendant understood properly the question that there has to be 2 starters in addition to Travis Hunter. So for that reason, I am going to side with Brent. Austen was put into a corner, and he did a whale of a job, but I got to side with Brent on this one.
Well, he never named his 2 starters.
Hey!
I gave you 3 possibilities. It's the kangaroo court.
Well, this is a mess. All right. So I guess Brent gets that one, even though I called him an imbecile. All right. Austin,
And he agreed with me. Cool.
Austin,
All right, what do you
you'll
got?
start on this one.
Yeah.
George Pickens.
Yep.
He would not do well in court because he may or may not be insane.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, he was traded yesterday to the Cowboys. Which wide receiver 2 will have the bigger season? George Pickens, now on the Cowboys, or Travis Hunter on the Jaguars?
Ooh. All right. I'm taking Travis Hunter 6 days a week, twice on Sundays. What has Brian Schottenheimer really showed us? That his capabilities to run an offense. I do trust Dak Prescott. He can get George Pickens the ball, and one would think that if George Pickens doesn't get the ball, there's going to be hell to pay. He's going to cause some controversy in the locker room. But on the other point, look what you sacrificed to get Travis Hunter. All right? What did you give up for George Pickens? A 3rd-round pick? Yeah, sit behind CeeDee Lamb and have a great time. Travis Hunter's got to come out and produce right away because, well, number one, you said he was gonna. You said he was gonna change the game of football. That's what James Gladstone said, quote for quote. So I better be seeing Travis Hunter at least get, 10 targets a game, or else what are we talking about? So I think Travis Hunter has the more successful season with a better coach, with more at stake and more expectation than George Pickens.
There's a lot of expectation on Travis Hunter to deliver, but he's also got a lot more on his plate than George Pickens. Pickens can now settle in where the expectation on Travis Hunter is so large. Like, can we even keep it in full perspective for a rookie? Like, if he only has 60 catches for 750 yards, 4 touchdowns, is that satisfying? He's not going to have like 6 picks most likely. So where's his impact coming? I think George Pickens is set up beautifully. CeeDee Lamb is the money guy. CeeDee Lamb is the guy on the Dallas Cowboys. This helps, obviously, Dak Prescott and everybody else. The domino effect for Pickens to impact the Dallas Cowboys and make them jump up from what they've been to potentially get in the likes of the Philadelphia Eagles or even now the Washington Commanders, I think is more impactful than Travis Hunter from a win-loss standpoint for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Justice Hamby?
I was with Brent until the last point. I don't think it's a bigger win-loss impact. I think Travis Hunter is a bigger win-loss impact for us than Pickens is with the Cowboys. Austen wins because of his point of what they gave up. So it's 1-1.
Ooh. I like it. I like it a lot.
I don't agree with me either.
What? The whole segment's down the drain. All right. Next one. You guys may or may not have discussed this. If you did, pretend like you didn't. Top 1 Fantasy put out a tight end ranking for fantasy football this season. Evan Engram at number 5 on that ranking. Brent, you will start here. Is the biggest mistake in the James Gladstone era them releasing Evan Engram, who is thought of, at least on this article, if you're top 5, I would think you may be able to make the argument blue chip player.
Oh.
Hey, Tom.
Gathering thoughts. Loading. Yeah, the biggest mistake James Gladstone has made thus far is letting Evan Engram go. Yeah, I think the domino effect of the locker room, the respect of the locker room, the impact of his production. Age certainly comes into play. Chess piece comes into play. But if you can play, you can play, right? You don't just try to stick every scheme and everything to a player. We talk about all the time. You've got to, adjust things to players who can really play. And this guy can. He's a mismatch nightmare across the league. He's had really good seasons. We just did this yesterday on the show that of all the positions that they lost, you can argue that they've replaced. Aging Morse, aging sheriff. Okay, they get a couple guys in their prime that are a little bit younger. Maybe McCarry and Hainsey can play better. Okay, you lose Christian Kirk. Well, Travis Hunter is a nice change from. That's a good place to land rather than Christian Kirk, even though we thought that one might be a loss. Brenton Strange is a nice player, but there's a lot that we don't know about him. And while he could be a better scheme fit, he is not going to outproduce Evan Engram. We know that. He is not catching the amount of passes that Evan Engram caught the last couple of seasons. And then you go with the veteran experience, the trust for Trevor Lawrence, and the impact in the locker room. Yeah, the biggest mistake of the James Gladstone era so far is definitely Evan Engram.
So Evan Engram, did he bring a lot of locker room help? Was he the guy that went after Al-Shaair or whatever when Trevor got cheap shotted? Absolutely. And yes, Evan Ingram's going to have, I think, a career year, possibly in Denver, a la Jimmy Graham and that Sean Payton offense. But Evan Engram wasn't going to work in Jacksonville simply because he's not a good run blocker. And we can sit here and say, well, yeah, in the red zone it would have been fine. But you know what? Brenton Strange showed that he can be a red zone target. You have Travis Hunter now. You have Brian Thomas Jr. Like, Evan Ingram's a great football player, but he wasn't a great football player in the Liam Cohen offense. And guess what? If Trevor Lawrence really wanted Evan Engram here, I think he would still be here. I get Trevor doesn't run the team, but you know what? I think he had a little bit of input of what this offense is going to do going forward. It's going to be a focus on the run game. Brenton Strange is by far a better run blocker, and if you want a little more of like what's been James Gladstone's biggest mistake, I'm going to say that you took a chance on Caleb Ransaw, who doesn't have the productivity, the production that you want, and you're going to put him in a new position, and you took him over Xavier Watts, who, next to Travis Hunter, was the only two-time unanimous All-American in all of college football. I feel like Watts is a guy you could have brought in right away, had him be a certified starter on this defense, but you decided to go with a maybe more of a project guy who may not start week one.
It's good stuff. Justice Hamby?
Austen came on strong late,
He did.
Top with it.
but I can't sign it.
Out of here.
You want to have the hat backwards?
Winner Brent.
You're already impressed with that.
Brent, no, but that was good, man. That was good. Brent, congratulations.
Yeah, that was a tough one for you to win.
Yeah, it's fine.
I thought he made a good argument. Anyway, last one has nothing to do with sports. Austen,
Judge
you'll
hates me.
start.
Yeah.
What'd he say? Why are you talking?
You get it. Oh, sorry. I like it.
Nobody
Tight
told you to
ship.
talk.
Can't even look at him.
It's a tight ship.
Contempt.
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders.
I'm kidding. No, sorry, I'm kidding. No.
All right, let's get this done. Lilo and Stitch back in movie theaters.
Good thing I won
You
this.
say that with us.
Good thing I'm 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I think this makes a lot of sense. There's a cool popcorn bucket. This
There
has
is a
nothing to do
cool
with
popcorn bucket. Okay.
But Stitch, some would say, the GOAT of alien characters. So I ask you, is Stitch, or is he not, the greatest alien character in cinema history?
I wish I had some prep time with my legal defense team, but no, we're all good.
That's not how this works.
No, it's all good. Is Stitch the greatest?
24-hour recess.
I got it.
Deny.
So the argument is Stitch the greatest alien character of all time.
Yes or no? And then Brent's going to
Yep.
get stuck with a tough one.
Yeah, so I'm going to sit here and say there is absolutely no way that Stitch is the greatest alien character of all time because he caters to just a small niche audience, and that's kids. My son loved the original Lilo and Stitch when he was like 6 years old. He is now 10. He could care less about going to see this live action Lilo and Stitch. Why? Because it's just an alien that's like nobody cares. Here's the legit alien of all cinema. It's the xenomorph from the movie Aliens, right? Because when we talk about horror franchises, when we talk about sci-fi franchises, the movie Alien, the original and the sequel Aliens, is arguably one of the two of the scariest movies of all time. Oh, and by the way, you want to talk about franchises? How many Lilo and Stitch movies are there? How many Alien movies are there? Why? Because there's a demand. So the xenomorph is by far, and it's not even a debate, is the greatest alien in movie franchise history.
Okay, I mean, he had some points there, but Lilo and Stitch is their one movie. Sure, was there a television show? Absolutely. Video games, Disney World rides. People went and rode the ride to see Stitch.
Judge.
What is the judge doing? Stealing my thunder.
Judge.
It's a kangaroo court.
Brent?
By the way, the greatest alien of all time is E.T. And
Stop! It's over. It's over. He's a moron. He can't listen. This is not your argument.
I know it. I'm just telling you you're wrong.
That's not the point.
That's part of my argument. It's wrong. And E.T. was a ride at Disney. And
No,
that's
Brent.
wrong too.
Your argument is that Lilo or
Stitch.
Stitch is the greatest.
I know it, but I'm about to set it up.
Okay, set it up. Sorry.
E.T. was a ride at Disney.
It was not.
Yes, it was.
Universal.
Oh, Universal.
You suck.
Lilo and Stitch.
Learn something other
Lilo
than
and
sports.
Stitch has taken over for the ride. So Lilo and Stitch becomes the greatest alien of all time.
No.
Hamby, if you don't give me the point, I'm coming back there. I'm telling you right now.
Well, actually, until you said what you said, I wasn't even going to say anything. on this
Xenomorph?
one.
Oh, yeah.
No, until I wasn't even going to address it. I was
I
I was
got
just going
you.
to say the defense rests. but then you left. But then you left me my E.T. and Disney ride, and then the judge took the Disney ride.
I think E.T. and the Xenomorph are it's a good debate, but
Okay, first of all, the greatest alien of all time, if you want to stretch the meaning of the word, is Yoda. He is the GOAT.
you know what, an alien? Okay, yeah.
He's the GOAT.
Okay.
If the judge were participating in this argument, it would be winner judge. But he's not. Austen had actual points. Winner Austen.
Austen made actual sense. All right. So, what's the tiebreaker?
There is none.
There is none.
Okay, gotcha.
We're both going to jail.
Okay.
You're both going to jail. Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
We would
at
go
times.
is Jason Tatum elite?
You want to do is that? Go ahead. Is Jason Tatum elite?
Do I start it out? Or
You want to do it? Go ahead.
Brent, you want to do it or not?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, is Jason Tatum elite?
I love how this guy got his own question.
Advantage Austen.
All right,
That's fair.
I mean, do you want to come up with one? You can come up with a
No,
different
go
one.
ahead.
No, it's good. Go.
Okay. Well, because I think you're going to go with Jason Tatum, so I'll go against. When we talk about Jason Tatum and you talk about an elite player, I think the definition of elite is can you close games? And Jason Tatum has made it perfectly clear that he cannot close games. If you ask any Celtics fan who they want the ball in their hand to win a game, it's going to be Jaylen Brown or do I dare say Kristaps Porzingis. No one's going to say Jason Tatum. So if you're not in the conversation to, hey, in the game's on the line, we need you to produce, well then guess what? You're not elite. And if you don't take my word for it. Steve Kerr, regarded as one of the best coaches in NBA history. That's what the poll said. We talked about it, Brent. Remember that? NBA 75, one of the best coaches in NBA history. What was there a reason why Jason Tatum didn't even sniff the court in the Olympics? Was there a reason why Jason Tatum's mom was crying on Twitter saying, well, why isn't my son playing in the Olympics? You know why? Because he's not elite. Because he doesn't have that killer mentality. Because he doesn't have that dog in him. And if he would have been playing for the Olympics for Team USA, we would have got a silver medal.
Jason Tatum is absolutely elite. He's getting paid $70 million. That's pretty elite to me. He's averaging 24 points for his career in the playoffs, which, by the way, spans 119 games. Not just a few. Once averaged 30 points a game in the playoffs, 25 points a game, 27 points a game in the postseason. And when they won a national champion, an NBA championship as well. So, absolutely elite. The reason why the Celtics are our favorite most years over the last handful of years because of Jason Tatum. 24 points, 8 boards, 5 assists in 119 games. Everybody else got to pick up the slack and play some defense, damn it. The Celtics, you've had a 20-point lead each of the last 2 games and lost it.
So he's a scorer. Doesn't mean he's elite.
Hamby, I know you're a big basketball guy.
Oh, God, yeah, we might as well just coin flip this one.
Settle the debate.
I wanted to give it to Brent simply because of the cuss word. I felt that helped his argument, but I'm going to go with Austen here. If the guy can't score with the ball in his hands to finish the game, I can't put him in the elite category.
Said.
I agree with that.
He's
as well.
a good scorer.
By the way, the jury stopped listening like after the
No, I did not.
Why are you talking about my jury, dog?
He's a good
Sucks.
scorer.
First of all, Brent, the jury's not the one who's talking here. What's my title, Judge?
Justice Handy.
That's right.
Oh, Justice, sorry.
Thank you, Justice Hamby. You've been fair.
Hey, by the way, that's a bunch of bull too. Because going back
Bull
on,
what?
on our show from years ago, I made the claim that Jason Tatum wasn't elite for like a year. Mm-hmm. And see, I'm right. He isn't.
things changed. Yeah.
That argument was like 5 years
Brent,
ago.
It was 5 years ago.
Brent,
Everybody
we were in
wanted to say
DeVoley's
Jason
House
Tatum
of
was elite.
Cards.
I've been saying that forever.
Remember the last time I was in DeVoley's House of Cards? Is it still in the same location? That was a long time ago.
I thought
Luka
for
wasn't
sure
even in the league yet. I
I
feel
thought for
like.
sure when he asked his own question, he'd take like his old stance.
Oh no! Here's the thing.
He shifted.
No, because
Took the right stance. It
I
sounds
took
like,
the right
according to
stance
Hamby.
for sure. But also, I try to help you out, man. I try to throw you a layup, pun intended, because I feel like Jason Tatum's your guy. I got you, man.
Really need to get the middle finger emoji.
Yes.
That's foul.
Dude can score. Dude's a bucket. But just because you can score does not make you elite. Ask James Harden.
All right, court is dismissed. My hair is
Thanks,
very
Judge.
hot. Let's get this thing
Dude, I
going.
bet it's toasty.